Nemesis-T Types were the culmination of the Nemesis project with the successful implantation of NE-alpha parasites within T-103 hosts, presenting Umbrella with a highly intelligent and powerful creature. Several Nemesis-T Types were produced, though only one, the Nemesis-T-02, is known to have experienced combat. This individual was sent in Raccoon City and nicknamed the Pursuer. Welcome to Jam Punch Storytelling. My name is George. In this Resident Evil Wiki fandom read-through, we're going over Nemesis, all forms of mutation that the Nemesis takes within Resident Evil 3. What other mutations are there? So unlike its brethren, the Nemesis-T type undergoes unique regenerative mutations. When in the field, the Nemesis-T prototype suffered from severe mutations during its experiences in Raccoon City. Unlike most Tyrant series, who usually develop thicker skin and clawed arms, the Nemesis Alpha's tentacles became larger to serve as a weapon, but at the cost of damaging the brainstem. This mutation could be attributed to the parasite's presence in the host, whose exposure to the T-virus may have accelerated their mutation when damaged. At incineration disposal plant P-12A, Nemesis-T was dropped into a vat of treatment chemicals designed for destroying biological waste. The Nemesis Alpha survived, though the Tyrant's body was virtually destroyed. Having suffered catastrophic injury, the parasite devoured the corpse of another T-103 and transformed what remained of the host into a blob-like organism with tentacles. Lacking functional limbs, it instead crawled on the ground, with its damaged head becoming a mouthpiece. Remake versus original. So the Nemesis that featured in the 2020 remake game is very similar to the 1999 iteration, humanoid in appearance but with a different design as shown by the more prominent teeth and facial features. The creature is first shown in-game wearing a black body bag-like material covering its full body, including its face. Nemesis is a prototype and not a completed model. In this regard, black material serving as its clothing is not an official attire, rather it serves as restrictive gear that was haphazardly created to contain the monster. In addition to the same intelligence as ordinary people, because of the further growth and strengthening of bones and muscles caused by Nemesis Alpha, the Nemesis has a larger body size compared with that of other Tyrants of the same kind. Because of the secretion of Nemesis Alpha, its body has been further strengthened, and it has far more raw strength and durability than any standard T-103. Conventional weapons don't work for it, nor can rockets or explosive kill it, only hurt it slightly. It was even unscathed when a rocket hit a weak spot and knocked it out. The Nemesis has the ability to repair wounds, as every time the host is injured, it will secrete chemicals to strengthen the creature's body. However, if it is injured beyond the means of its ability to regenerate, the Nemesis will simply mutate further. Let's look at the mutations. So there's the first form. At the point of the first contact, the Nemesis is like an enhanced Tyrant, at an intimidating height of over 8.7 feet tall. The first form of the Nemesis is also extremely fast, able to catch up to the player in seconds by taking a few large strides or a single bound. It has the ability to even dodge gunfire and explosives by either strafing or even catching them with one of its tentacles. The creature has great superhuman strength, being able to smash concrete walls with ease, and it could even break down half the subway in seconds. The Nemesis coat is made of an unknown bulletproof glossy material which covers its full body. Not even rockets can destroy it. This functions as a restraining gear to stop the Nemesis Alpha parasite from going rogue while in the field. Beyond this restrictive gear, the Nemesis Alpha parasite is regulated by a metal chest piece that is fitted on the host, specifically shaped like a heart on the left side of the monster's chest. The Nemesis can sprout tentacles from its body and use them to either attack the player by either whipping, piercing, or grabbing them, traverse the environment with great speed by swinging around and climbing structures like a grappling hook, thus explaining why the Nemesis can be at one point and then another in such a short space of time, and even against foes by infecting zombies with its own parasite, creating super zombies. It can use heavy weapons such as flamethrowers and rocket launchers to target and attack the player at certain points during the game. Second form. After being subjected to a series of explosions derived from rockets, flamethrower fuel, tankers, gas stations, and explosives, the Nemesis coat is almost fully destroyed. It's through the final combination of Mikhail's retaliation on the train, the restrictive gear completely breaking off, and the regulation device on his chest breaking that causes Nemesis to drastically mutate. The Nemesis Alpha parasite's regenerative capabilities have gone wild, and the transformation is a result of Nemesis being unable to maintain a humanoid form through the regenerative process. In this form, the Nemesis is more like a wild animal, becoming quadrupedal and more feral. It is at least 3 times bigger, its one eye disappears, bones become thicker and denser, his muscle mass significantly increases, hands and feet become the claws that can effectively buckle the floor, though it can still grasp. On his extremities and back are now spiny ridges resembling vertebrae fins on some fish. In this form, Nemesis can sense the position of prey, which gives the player limited time to attack. It solely relies on its brute strength and speed to fight the player, which it does by swiping, leaping and charging. Though its strength and speed has greatly increased, its transformation caused it to lose some of its intelligence. Its force is so great that it can easily smash through military concrete floors with one blow. It is so indestructible that even multiple fuel tank explosions cannot bring it down. When the Nemesis' left hand was broken by a large iron door, it replaced its arm with a giant tentacle within seconds, stabbing and infecting Jill. Later, the tentacle became very thick and flexible enough that Nemesis used it as a primary weapon to grab and attack its targets. The third form of mutation. After being submerged in extremely corrosive chemicals, the Nemesis mutates further and absorbs the other corpses present in the room, notably that of zombies and hunters. Nemesis first arrives in a huge slug-like cocoon form that opens up to reveal a larger body that extends out to cover and infest a large portion of the room where the final battle takes place. Nemesis in this form has 2 large, multi-segmented arms that it uses to attack its target. It retains its head and exposed jaw, albeit in a larger size with multiple rows of teeth. One bite from Nemesis in this form is strong enough to instantly kill a human being, and it can destroy military concrete and steel walls with a single hit. There are large blisters on the body which seem to be weak spots possibly created by the chemicals the creature is exposed to. The main body is large and blob-like, with Nemesis' ribs being completely exposed and with his heart more prominent. In this form, Nemesis is impervious to all standard weapons and explosives. Only the experimental electromagnetic gun Finger can harm it. Thank you for watching everybody. If you enjoyed this Resident Evil wiki fandom read through, then please tell me below and subscribe to get a new one every single week. My name is George, this is Jam Punch, and I'll see you next time.